Hello everyone and welcome back to the UK Koi channel. And today you join me as I unbox roughly 1,000 koi fry from Cuthbert Koi Farm. I'll be going through the whole unboxing process and also showing you all the fry individually and some of my personal favourites. So I do hope you enjoy.
And do make sure you stay tuned until the latter half of the video so you can see the fry once they've settled and how aggressive they get when they're feeding. And also, if you do enjoy the video, please do consider subscribing as I'd really appreciate it. So these are the boxes the fry come in. Each box contains 500 fry, and I also got 2 bags of food for my larger koi. We actually went on a full private tour of the koi farm, so if you'd like to watch that, go watch these 2 videos here, which is a tour of Cuthbert Koi Farm with Mark himself. It was a really amazing tour, so I do hope you check it out. And then it was a case of unboxing the boxes. I had already opened one to make sure the fry were okay, but I got this one opened. And inside you get a document which gives you a guide on how to care for the fry and also your private information, which obviously will not be showing you in this video. And then the fry. They're double bagged and also covered in this blue bag, so really well chipped, really no issues I had at all. And as you can see, they're all swimming around quite lively. It was a quite short trip, so I wouldn't have too much issues, but I got to work on removing one of the bags, and once that was removed, you could see all the fry here. This was only 500, so this is only half of the fry I do have here. This mix was primarily Sankei, Showa, Kohaku, Shiatsuri and also Hiatsuri. And these were the jumbo mix. That actually got upgraded by Mark, so that was really nice of them to offer that to me. And now it's simply a case of floating them for about 40 minutes. I keep my fry at around 24 degrees, as that is the optimal growth sort of temperature for them. And then it's simply a case of taking both of these bags, placing them in, and letting them sit for 40 minutes until I can introduce them into the pond, so that way they are properly acclimatized to the pond. As you can see here, they were looking really beautiful in the pond. I couldn't have really been happier with the fry. And once that was said and done, I got them, picked them up, and placed them into a separate tank because I did not want to mix the waters. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure their waters are completely clean, but you never want to chance it. No matter where you get your fry from or your fish from, you always want to make sure you keep the waters separate. And here was probably the most fun part, was seeing all the fry slip out of the bag and into the tub. They just looked absolutely beautiful. And you can also see the sheer volume of fry that come with this batch. There's 1,000, so obviously there's quite a lot. But yeah, I was really happy to see them like this, and I was quite intrigued to have a look at some of them up close, just to sort of see if there's any I like or don't like. But that was something I was just going to wait to do until I got them all into the bag. And as you can see here, they're sort of all getting in now. Removing the bands is quite easy. It's just simply trying to roll the bag down, which could be a bit of a hassle, but apart from that, really no issues. And then here you go, finally all 1,000 fry in the tub. You can see some really nice fish in there, but have a little closer look at them now so you can see some of them in more detail. And here you can see some of the fry closer up. These are quite cute fish. They're not very high quality, these ones here. There was a couple that are much higher quality, but I just thought this was a random scoop, to be completely honest. Nothing special about these ones at all. Just some random scoops that I took up and I thought I'd just show you to give you an idea of the average quality if you were interested in purchasing some fry. They're quite nice though. Be interested to see how these develop. The sumi's quite deep, which I quite like. Obviously that's a good sign. Obviously this black will not stay. It will change as they get bigger. But now they've been acclimatized, it was time to put them into the pond. And it was simply a case of doing this by using the net. Now, I couldn't really dump them in. Obviously I don't want to mix waters. And doing them this way, I had no issues. They didn't seem too bothered being picked up by this. I mean, obviously when they get harvested, they're getting scooped up in the same volumes. So really no issues. These guys don't really care that much. It's only like 2 seconds getting lifted. And you can really see how many fry when I do that as well. And the way they swim off is just really satisfying in my opinion. They look really great, so fingers crossed they'll do well. Now, it did take me quite a few scoops to get this all done, obviously. There's a lot of fry here, so it took me about 5-6 scoops maybe, probably even more when it gets towards the end. But really satisfying to see them swim off, which was quite fun to be honest. But once I'd done that, there was a few left in the bowl, so I took those up as well and had a quick look at them in closer detail. As you can see here, really nice shower here. We're interested to see how it develops. I'll be trying to keep an eye on this one, so over time we can see how it grows over the few years that I have it. Really nice Kohaku behind that as well. Quite strong colours. Just some nice fish in general, but this is just from a random scoop, so this can give you an idea of the general quality of the fry. And yeah, after this I just let them sit, and I didn't really touch them until a few days later.
So it's actually been a few days since I put the fry in, so let's go take a look at them now and see how they're doing. We'll walk around there now. I've been starting to feed them now as well, and they're doing quite well with the feed, so fingers crossed they'll grow quite quickly. But let's take a look at them right now. In we go. And there they all come. They are extremely friendly, and it's only been a few days. I mean, as you can see, They are absolutely tearing up my fingers. And they're doing extremely well. I mean, they've already grown massively. And we'll get some food for them now, just so you can have a look at them in closer detail. I haven't had, surprisingly, any fatalities. Not a single fatality from what I've seen. There was a couple in the bag, but so far, haven't seen any in the water. Haven't seen any sort of stuck to the pump, because that's where you usually find them. Haven't found any in the filter. Had a little clean out of the day. So that is really good news. It tells me they're doing really well. But let's just grab them a spoon of food. Do excuse the dogs as well. And let's just give them their food. There you go. They're like little piranhas. They go absolutely crazy for the food. They're eating well though, which is a really good sign. Which means they're going to grow quite fast. They've all got quite fat bellies, which means they're full of food. It means they've got plenty of nutrients. They're being fed on this sort of crumb pellet here, which you can see. Let me find the bag now so I can show you the details. This is the food. It's the 0.8 to 1.2 millimeter pellet from Gotterbrook Koi Farm. In terms of the percentage of protein, we're looking at around about 56% protein. You know, protein is one of the biggest and most important features of fry food. It's why you can't really feed fry ground up koi food, because that koi food that's used for those larger koi fish doesn't have enough protein in it, and therefore the fry don't grow as quick. So I always recommend you do get fry food, so you get these higher protein levels which the fry really need. Now, I do recommend you feed 2 to 4 times a day, depending on the fish size. Now, I feed about 4, maybe 5 times a day, but just at slightly smaller portions, just so that way they're constantly having food in their system, rather than, you know, feeding twice a day, and there's gaps where they don't have food, so it just helps them grow a lot faster. But, you know, I couldn't really recommend this food more. You know, they feed it to all their fry on their farm, so, yeah, really nice food. I do recommend it. And it's quite clear that the fry in here absolutely love it, so it clearly works quite well. I'm going to catch up a few of my favourite fry here, just from what I've seen over the last few days. Of course, do bear in mind, quality-wise, they will vary, as some of the nice ones will have been selected. But I'll catch up a couple of the nice ones now, just to show you. So I've got up a few here which I think are slightly better than the others, and out of all of these my favourite is probably this shower here. Really nice fish. So it's kind of hard to keep a focus on it, it's very fast moving. Really nice shower. The kahaku's not really anything special, but kahaku aren't great in this batch. And then also there's this sankei here, if I can get it to sit still for a few seconds. Pattern wise, nothing special, but it's just a very unique fish in the way it looks. There you go. Really nice markings between the head. Very clean fins. You know, no red on the fins. But that shower, I really do like it. The sumi is quite dark. Just really nice fish around. The sumi is quite dark on this fish as well. There is a slight bit of sumi on the tail. If I can get it to sit still, I can show that to you. You can sort of see a glimpse of sumi on the tail, but these ones all round are quite nice. Nice hitsuri there as well. Really nice fry all round. Now, for the ones that are quite generic, where you can see fairly generic fish in here, but like I said, this is what you expect from this sort of batch. Really nice quality all around though, couldn't be more happy, and these are some of my personal favourites from the lot. So I'll let these guys go back in now. Don't want to keep them out of the water for too long. Back into the lot they go. And yeah, it'll just be a case of keeping them well fed, doing the filter changes and water changes. I'll do a video soon on how far I care for them and such, so you can find out what I'm doing with them. But yeah, there'll be plenty of updates on them. If you're wondering why I got those, even though I have loads of fry from home spawning, it's because a friend of mine got them or wanted some, but didn't have the space at the moment. So I said I'd facilitate them for a few months until they have a place to keep them. But yeah, good updates on those guys for the next few months, and I'll tell you how I'm doing with those. Hopefully they will go well. I will keep a few from them, but not too many. The rest will go to friends and people in the local area, but they're really nice fry around. I couldn't be more happy. And yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Do leave a like and do comment also, and also do consider subscribing if you enjoy the video. But anyway, yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.